The registered charity called Heart to Hand was set up to care for the poorest of the poor in countries such as Albania, Bosnia, Moldova, Romania and others where the need arise. This care consists of providing food, medicines, clothes and other forms of humanitarian aid, and in latter years education and training to help these people fend for themselves. Since it was established, hundreds of trucks full of aid have been received by these unfortunate people. This charity also helped to build a shelter for street children in Bucharest, St. Joseph's House, which was opened in 1999 to cater for 26 street children. For the last 4 years, Heart to Hand has been sending people over to Albania to help in the construction of a church and other projects. Albania is one of the poorest countries in Europe. The effects of the transition from a centralised economy in a rigid communist state to a free market economy in a democratic republic have weighed heavily on Albania's people and particularly on its poor. Despite the economy's robust growth in recent years, almost 1/4 of the population lives below the poverty level of $2 a day. The poorest of the poor, who comprise about 5% of the population, struggle to put adequate food on the table each day. Poverty in Albania weighs heaviest on women and young people. Women who were guaranteed employment under communism were disproportionately affected by the mass unemployment that set in when state-owned farms and enterprises closed and people found themselves with no alternative source of income. Faced with a lack of wage-earning jobs, women took a more active role in subsistence farming to support their households. Yet women who are heads of households cannot maintain living standards as high as those in households headed by men. Discrimination and violence against women are serious problems. Almost half the poor people in Albania are under 21 years of age. The effects of poverty among women and young people in Albania are closely related to the problem of human trafficking across national borders. According to experts in the country, Albania is facing a humanitarian catastrophe due to growing pollution caused by poisonous gases that are 10 times above the tolerance level set by the World Health Organization. Within Albania, the numbers of people suffering from cancer, cardiovascular and pneumonia diseases are growing because of various poisonous gases and carbon dioxide. In October 2008, Heart to Hand sent over 40 people to help in the construction of a church, as well as providing necessary aid to the convents and to locals. Prior to the team heading to Albania, 2 Arctic trucks were filled and sent there. This had all the materials necessary to build the church, as well as all the tools and equipment. On arrival in Albania, the team immediately began working on the construction of the church. The church, located just outside Albania's capital Tirana, was the main project undertaken by the team. The church was built of steel with a wooden interior. Power was run from a generator and was completely independent of the country's grid system. Outside of Tirana, the electricity was rationed with the power off for long periods of time. Running power from the generator allows the people to avail of all the features of the church any time of the day. The electricians working on the project fitted the building with lights and a PA system. There's running water within the building and 2 toilets. Underneath the church there was a space built that acted as a community centre that the people could use for whatever purpose arises. Outside of Tirana, in Lep and Skodra, further projects were being undertaken. These involved the installation of 2 generators in convents that also acted as schools for the local youth. Poverty is 66% higher in rural areas than in Tirana, the capital, and these convents educate up to 60 students. Problems with the building were fixed, and the team also built a roof to the convent, which gave the nuns the opportunity to expand their school. On request from the Sisters of Mercy, some of the team were sent to build the roof of a local house. The living conditions of the majority of the people within Albania are appalling. A family of 5 are forced to live in a house with galvanised sheeting as a roof and barrel of dirty water acting as their wash area. The wiring was incredibly dangerous, with cables running through a gap in the wall where a window should be. The family had only one bed for the 5 of them, which was infested with flies. The house was completely redone by the team. They built a roof on the house, plastered the ceilings and the walls, installed windows and doors and rewired the house. It's now become a home. Work was also done in the conversion of a garage into a church, and work also done in an orphanage, interacting with the kids and helping touch up and repair many aspects of the building. On the final day, the team finally got to see the outcome of their hard graft. The church acted as a social area for the locals. The church was filled to the brim, with the aisles and entrance completely full with people. The atmosphere was one filled with joy, and the locals were very forthcoming with their appreciation. The work done by the Heart to Hand charity has benefited many people, but much more support is needed to continue this aid. Further projects of this nature can only be continued with your support, and all aid given will go directly to helping these unfortunate people.